Greetings, and welcome to A Year of Movies, a Planet Geek production. For this project, we are using the Ivan Walters reference book of 365 films to watch on the day they happened. Each day, we watch a movie associated with the date we are watching it on. And as it is the 3rd of May, we are going to be watching A Matter of Life and Death from 1946. Directed by Michael Power and Emmerich Pressburger, and starring David Niven. So when I first read the title that I was going to be watching for this particular movie, I was unsure of its existence. I thought it might have been sort of like a different type of story and whatnot, but to begin with, no idea what this movie is. Fan of David Niven's work, that sort of thing, but I'm totally aware of this particular movie. With that being said, as I had previously mentioned, not only does this movie star David Niven, but it also stars Kim Hunter, Roger Livesey, Richard Attenborough, Joan Maud, Marcus Goring, Raymond Massey, and Abraham Sofair. So the movie centers around the events that occur after a British pilot, Peter Carter, played by David Niven, is returning from a bombing mission over Germany. His plane is very heavily damaged, and he has commanded that his, unfortunately, living fellow airmen to abandon the soon-to-be crashing plane. In a last-ditch effort, Peter ends up contacting an American WAC named June, who is Kim Hunter, as he basically states his end of his mission and what's going on, and they have a bit of a connection at the last minute in his life, but he decides to bail out of his plane rather than going down in flames. Unfortunately, he jumps without a parachute, only to find himself wash up on the nearby beach. However, the movie decides to take a little bit of a twist, and we then have a sequence, mind you, in black and white for these particular sequences, where in heaven it turns out that Peter is missing from his supposed arrival in heaven. Subsequently, back on Earth, Peter ends up meeting up with June. They end up falling in love, but a representative from heaven has to come down and try and bring Peter back. This is Conductor 71, played by Marius Goring, as an over-the-top, very flamboyant Frenchman. And throughout the movie, Peter has to deal with the sequences of both heaven wanting him back and him wanting to stay with June. And we basically jump back and forth, where it ends up turning into a sort of courtroom drama, which comes down to following the laws of the universe as compared to the laws of love. Upon their second day together, both Peter and June, that is, Peter ends up meeting Dr. Reeves, a close friend of June's, played by Roger Livesey, who from his examination and diagnosis of Peter believes that he has some sort of neurological condition, but allows Peter to play upon what he believes is the fantasy. That all happens on May the 3rd, 1945, which is about 32 minutes into this hour and 44-minute movie. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this particular episode and then look off to tomorrow to see what we're going to be watching for tomorrow, which is May the 4th, and that is going to be Messenger, the story of Joan of Arc from 1999. So until next time, go see a movie.